Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news now. This is regarding now a bit more information now about Jose Mourinho, as I've updated you on a couple of occasions today about Jose Mourinho. Reportedly now the board have clearly, they've insisted and they've clearly told Jose Mourinho that he must sell. Apparently, he must sell before he can buy in January. Jose Mourinho, because we know he did buy quite a few players. In the August window. He got the likes of Lukaku in, got Matic in, got Lukaku in, got Matic in, got Lindelof in as well, did Jose Mourinho, but he did miss out on quite a few tags as well. And we know since Lindelof's been at the club, he hasn't proven himself yet, but I'd still give him a season settle in. Lukaku's done very, very well for his 11 goals in all competitions, or is it 12? But we know he has gone 6-7 games without scoring. We've got Matic, who's done fantastically well for us in that midfield so far. But yeah, you missed out on quite a few chats because we know Jose Mourinho, wanted to get Perisic. We didn't get Perisic because Milan were demanding 48 million, wasn't prepared to pay 48 million. Bale, we've had that interest into the Moyes area, didn't get him. Griezmann, he was our main priority target, we didn't get him, due to the transfer ban. So you could say Mourinho was not clearly satisfied, with the August window because, this is his second season in the process. He's spent nearly £300 million now as Jose Mourinho. He's nearly spent 300 million now as Jose Mourinho. In this in free transfer when he spent nearly 300 million. You got Paul Pogba, who cost a record fee of £89 million. He's currently injured at the moment. He doesn't have an estimated return date for Pogba. We know he bought Mkhitaryan as well, Jose Mourinho. We know he got Ibrahimovic on a free as well. Got Bailey in there as well. Got Bailey, we've got Lindelof, we've got Matic, we've got Lukaku, very, very good to see indeed. And they've all made a massive, massive impact, since they have come to Manchester United. But I think Jose Mourinho is planning to get a couple more players in January because, I still think definitely Man United need a creative winner, a player that can put balls into the box. Presumably still need a left back because I think definitely Luke Shaw's future is definitely uncertain. It did say he's allowed to go out on loan in January. But as I said, Luke Shaw's coming to an end of his contract in 2018, but I think he has the option of 1 year extension, so that will turn to 2019, Luke Shaw. But also Marian Fellaini has just recovered from injury as well, as we all know. He still has not yet agreed a new deal with Manchester United yet. Reportedly, Besiktas have been interested in Fellaini. It did confirm during August that Galatasaray had been closely monitoring Marian Fellaini. Galatasaray had reportedly been interested in Fellaini as well. It also mentioned Juventus had been interested in him because he has made a big impact early on this season. Fellaini was absolutely phenomenal. So was Paul Pogba. He was absolutely phenomenal as well. But Fellaini's back now because he come on in the Chelsea game. But Pogba, I'm still unsure when he's going to be back. I think Rojo is expected to be back for the Newcastle game after the international break. Ibrahimovic has suffered long-term injury like Rojo. Ibrahimovic is expected to return in December as well. But yeah, reportedly, it has suggested out, guys, that the board have reportedly told Mourinho he needs to sell before he can buy in January because I think we did get quite rid of a few players. Didn't we get rid of Januzaj? Josh Harrop went to Preston, didn't he? We got rid of him. Who else did we get rid of? If I can't remember rightly, let me have a think. Who else did we Manchester United actually get rid of? But he's saying what I can't remember. But what basically the board are saying is we need to get rid of we need to sell. Well, the board has said to Mourinho we need to sell before Mourinho can buy in January. And what's been leaking out in the press today and yesterday, I think, as well, that he has been approached by Paris Saint-Germain as Jose Mourinho. He's been approached by Paris Saint-Germain. George Mendes, as I said, who has strong connections with Man United. So does Riley Ola as well, but who has strong connection with Man United does George Mendes, and he's basically come out and he's confirmed reportedly that George Mendes, Jose Mourinho's agent, has been in discussions with Paris Saint-Germain. So could Mourinho go to Paris Saint-Germain? Could be speculation, it could be just rumours that are going around, as we all know, because this is Mourinho's second season in the process. We know he's got a 3-year deal with Manchester United as well as Jose Mourinho in the current process. But he did confirm, didn't he, a month ago, some of the satisfying comments, he said about some of the satisfying comments we know he said about Paris Saint-Germain, classing them as very special, because we know that Paris Saint-Germain, we all know, had invested a lot of money in the August window, structuring the deal for Mbappe. We know they got Neymar as well, Paris Saint-Germain. But he classified them as special, and he did say, he did confirm, Mourinho, he would not end his managerial career with Man United. He also said he wanted to spend 15 years at Manchester United as well. Maybe try to, maybe trying to follow the signs of the Fergie legacy as well, because Fergie spent nearly 3 decades at Man United, and he did say he wanted to spend. He wanted to spend 15 years with us. He also said at the end of his managerial career, he'd like to manage his national side as well, Jose Mourinho. But we know Jose Mourinho, he's been at a lot of different clubs. Everywhere he's been, he's won. He's one of the world's best managers out there. As I said, a fantastic pedigree. But as I said, he's never experienced a long tenure at a club. I said the longest tenure and time he's been at a club is 3 years. So Jose Mourinho has got a 3-year deal with Man United. He did say basically the other day, as I told you earlier on, he was demanding that he wanted a pay rise as well. He was demanding a pay rise of an extra £3 million. That could be discussed over that as well. I think he's on currently 12 million a year. Is Jose Mourinho in the current process? But partly he was demanding a higher wage for him to sign a new deal with Manchester United. Jose Mourinho, but as I said, he's won where he's been. He did well last season winning the EFL Cup and the Europa League. In his first season with Man United, he did fantastically well as well. But as I said, this could be just rumours about Mourinho possibly going to PSG. But it has been confirmed that PSG have approached Jose Mourinho in the current process. And he also said he wants backing more in the current transfer market, does Jose Mourinho as well in the current process. So apparently the board have suggested out to Mourinho that Jose Mourinho has to sell before he buys in January as well. So this has been confirmed. So let's give you a bit more news. As I updated you earlier on, it did say Mourinho is actually willing to consider. It said earlier on in the press that Mourinho is considering selling David De Gea if Manchester United are to get Raphael Varane in return, the current Real Madrid centre back. So it said Mourinho is willing to sanction off David De Gea to Real Madrid if we get Raphael Varane in return, because we know Mourinho said before he was convinced that David De Gea was going to stay at Old Trafford. He was convinced that David De Gea was going to stay at Old Trafford was Jose Mourinho. Because we know David De Gea is the world's best keeper in the world. We know Real Madrid have looked into quite a few goalkeepers as well. They've had that interesting Courtois as well as David De Gea of Real Madrid in the current process. But David De Gea is definitely, on top of Real Madrid's list. He's out of contract in 2019. This is 7th season in the process with Man United. Jose Mourinho classified him as being happy at Man United. This is 7th season in the process. He won Premier League with us, Europa League with us, League Cup with us, Premier League with us, League Cup with us, Europa League with us, as I said, Community Shield with us, and that as David De Gea, FA Cup with us and all that as David De Gea. He's made over 2 century appearances now, since he's been at Old Trafford as David De Gea. We just paid over £18 million for him from Atletico Madrid, where he began his career at 13. He was up the academy system well, made his debut in 2009. He won a silverware there as well. He won the Europa League there, the Europa League there, the current Super Cup as well. did David De Gea in the current process. But you could understand why he may want to go back to Madrid. Obviously, he's born there. He has relatives there. His girlfriend lives there, and that. And Real Madrid have had that long-standing interest since 2015. But obviously, Real Madrid's pursuit of David De Gea had come to a conclusion in 2015 due to a faulty fax machine. This is why, in the process, a deal didn't get finalised. But as I said, even if we were to get Rafael Varane in return, it'd be still hard to find a replacement for David De Gea in goal, wouldn't it? Because we've still got Guerrero as our second choice keeper as well, so it still would be hard to get the number one replacement for David De Gea. These are some good goalkeepers out there, but it would be very, very difficult indeed. But as I said, Jose Mourinho reportedly is willing to offload David De Gea if we are to get Rafael Varane in return. So he's asking for the player in exchange. But yes, as I said, we will see what happens about that. So presumably, David De Gea could leave Old Trafford next summer, according to some reports. And as I did update you earlier on, it did say in the press about 3 or 4 days ago as well. It did say in the press 3 or 4 days ago that Man United also, Barcelona also, Liverpool also, Barcelona, Liverpool, Los AC Milan were interested in Dayat Upamecano as well from RP Leipzig. Dayat Upamecano from RP Leipzig. He's only been at RP Leipzig since January because RP Leipzig, I think it paid between £8 or £10 million for him from Salzburg because he's an ex-Salzburg player as well. He's only been at RP Leipzig since January. It's reported saying that Manchester United have showed an interest in the player. Quite a few other teams have showed an interest in the player. But he's represented France from under-16s to under-19s as well. I think RP Leipzig are in the process of securing him a new deal, and if he is to sign a new deal, he would have an 88 million release clause, but I think teams would rather get him before he currently signs that new deal. But he's a centre back. I think he plays a mid carter, and Manchester United have reportedly been interested in him as well. Dayat Upamecano, Barcelona have been interested. Liverpool have been interested in him as well. But as I said, he was named team in the tournament when France won the 2015 UEFA European Under-17 Championship. Played in all of his 6 countries' games as well. Did the current player, but yeah, as I said, there's been quite a few teams interested in him. Liverpool are interested also. We know they're interested in Timo Werner, Liverpool Football Club as well. Liverpool are interested in Timo Werner from RP Leipzig. As I said, he's a fantastic young age prospect. He's Timo Werner in the current process. Said Liverpool being interested. That was low on my phone. Wait there. Wait there, guys. Bev, can you make me some tea, please? Can you make me some tea, please? Can you make me some tea, please?
No, I can't.
No.
No.
My dad making it. As I was saying, Liverpool have probably been interested in Timo Werner. Bayern Munich have been interested in him, but the president of RP Leipzig confirmed. The president of RP Leipzig confirmed that he denied Bayern Munich's interest. Said there'd been no inquiry or no offer from Bayern Munich in the current process for Timo Werner. Quite a few teams reportedly been interested. He did say he's supporting Manchester United as a youngster. He scored 21 goals, 32 appearances last season. He helped RP Leipzig qualify for the first time in their club's history as well. Just a very, very good player indeed, and quite a few teams have been interested in him as well. Very, very good with Stuttgart as well. So Liverpool have partly been interested in, because we know Liverpool have already got a player confirmed from RP Leipzig, and that's Naby Keita. Liverpool paid a premium for it. It's a 48 million release clause, as we all know as well. But he's good at breaking up the players. A very, very good dynamic box-to-box midfielder as well. He's Naby Keita. But Liverpool need more than that. I still think they need someone who can finish better because Liverpool's finishing's poor, and they still definitely need someone defensively as well. Do Liverpool Football Club, and I think Liverpool are aware of that. But I said all along that Liverpool, should have sold Coutinho in the August window. He could still go in January, but as I said, Liverpool, should have sold Coutinho. His phone's doing me. They should have sold Coutinho in August to Barcelona. They'd raised the money, they'd generated that money, and then they'd been able to reinvest into their squad and strengthen up the key areas that they didn't do, and they did miss out on a couple of their title players in Liverpool, but. As I said, they should have really sold Coutinho, in the August window as well. They should have sold Coutinho, but could still go in January, as I said, could Coutinho. But as I said, I still think Liverpool will revive the interest in Virgil van Dijk because Virgil van Dijk was the main priority target. Liverpool were prepared to pay the £70 million. Southampton were reluctant and were resistant to offload the player. This is why Liverpool couldn't do any business. Virgil van Dijk recently signed a 6-year deal with Southampton as well, didn't he? Signed a 6-year deal with Southampton. We know he made his international debut in 2015. We know he'd been injured for quite a long time as well at Virgil van Dijk in the current process as well. But I think he did want to make the move, but now he's suggesting now he's 100% committed to Southampton. Liverpool then did the interest back in June due to an illegal approach of Virgil van Dijk. He's an ex-Celtic player. Southampton paid about £13 million for him. He was very, very good at Celtic as well, was Virgil van Dijk, won the Scottish Premiership, the Scottish Cup with Celtic as well, did Virgil van Dijk, and I think this is his third season across. Liverpool may revive the interest in him. But as I keep saying, about the Philippe Coutinho situation, he's injured now. He missed the first part of the season as well due to injury, did Philippe Coutinho. He missed the early part of the season due to injury as well, did Philippe Coutinho. He missed the first 5 or 6 games with a back injury. He's confirmed now that Coutinho's injured now. He's injured right now. He's missed Liverpool's last 3 games, but it's now international break and he's expected to recover from injury. I think it's a groin injury he's had, but he's expected to recover for the Brazil and England game on the 14th of November, I think it is. So he's expected to be fully fit by then. He's Philippe Coutinho. But as I said, he did want to make the move to Barcelona, but the Liverpool owners and Jurgen Klopp were not willing to accept any bids off Barcelona. Barcelona, he wants to go there because he's going to a much bigger club. He'll elevate to a higher level, playing amongst better players. Win silver. Liverpool's not. All right. But Liverpool, basically, we're not willing to do any business. But as I said, Coutinho, Barcelona are seeing him as a long-term replacement for Iniesta as well. Because Iniesta signed a lifetime contract extension, as we all know, with Barcelona as well. But Coutinho's still under contract with Liverpool to 2022. He's made over a century appearances now for Liverpool Football Club. As we all know, Coutinho has become one of the most creative agile midfielders since he's been at Liverpool. Liverpool paid £8.5 million for him at Milan, so he's played in Italy before. This is his 5th season process with Liverpool. He's also had experience of playing in Spain before, because, he was at Espanyol as well, wasn't he, Philippe Coutinho, in the current process as well. So it did confirm that Coutinho's representatives have basically made it clear that Liverpool are maybe willing to offload him in January for around about £135 million. But it also suggests that Paris Saint-Germain have been interested because Paris Saint-Germain invested a lot of money. And plus Coutinho's teammate Neymar's his teammate for Brazil, because we know that Coutinho and Neymar have a fantastic friendship because they both play for Brazil. Neymar probably want to see him go to Paris Saint-Germain, but he's willed to turn down a January switch to Paris Saint-Germain. Real Madrid have reportedly been in contact with Liverpool over the possibility of making a move for him next summer, Real Madrid. But I think Real Madrid are only interested in going for him next summer, but not interested in going for him in January. But his preferred destination is Barcelona, Philippe Coutinho. So I said Liverpool raise the money in January, generate the money, and get a couple of their main targets that they missed out on during the August window as well. But Liverpool, as I said, could still definitely see Emre Can leave the club. Emre Can's likely to be leaving Liverpool Football Club. He's set to basically leave on a free transfer next summer. Is Emre Can, because reportedly now. Well, it has reported that Juventus have been heavily linked with him. Juventus have been in talks with Liverpool. Emre Can's reps. Juventus have also been in talks with Emre Can's representatives. Juventus have been negotiating with Liverpool. of this situation. It's also reported that City have also been interested in Emre Can as well. But he's set to leave on a free transfer next summer. But he's basically made it clear now in the press that Juventus have actually no intentions of going for Emre Can in January. But Juventus may wait until next summer when he becomes a free transfer, Emre Can, and then go for him on a free transfer. This is his 4th season in the process with Liverpool, as I said. He still insists he's fully committed to Liverpool Football Club. Can, this 4th season process. He has made over a century appearances now for Liverpool, since he's been at Liverpool as Emre Can. But as I said, versatility is very good defence. He's a very good defensive midfielder, very good centre back, very good full back, because that's the positions he can play in. Very good for Germany. Liverpool had just paid over £10 million for him. Nearly £10 million for him from Bayer Leverkusen 2014. We know he's also an ex-Bayern Munich player. We know where he's risen up the system fantastically well. Majority of his time with Bayern Munich, he played with the reserve team as well, did Emre Can. But very good player indeed. But he did say reportedly City interested in Emre Can as well in the current process. So Liverpool could lose him on a free transfer next summer rather than cashing for him in January, because it says Juventus have no intentions of going for him in January, but Juventus may wait until next summer so they can get him on a free transfer as well. But also, as I reported to you guys the other day about that I'd heard in the press a couple of weeks ago as well, was about I give you some latest news, didn't I, guys, on Luke Shaw. I also give you some latest news on Danny Rose and that, didn't I? And I give you some latest news on Moussa Dembele and Kieran Tierney. This was in the press. It might have been about 5-6 days ago or something like that. Reportedly, it did say Man United reportedly willing to let Luke Shaw go out on loan in January. Did say willing to let Luke Shaw go out on loan in January. As he did confirm, Luke Shaw did say he figures his career could be over Manchester United after a breakdown, in relation with Jose Mourinho, because he knows now Luke Shaw he's 4th or 5th choice left back now with Manchester United. We know he's known for injuries, he's injury prone. We know he's just recovered basically from long-term injury as Luke Shaw, but we've had different players, playing in that left back position, as we all know. But Luke Shaw's already played this season in the Carabao Cup, 45 minutes of the Carabao Cup against Burton, only 3 or 4 minutes of the Swansea game as well. So we could understand Luke Shaw's frustrated with the lack of playing time he's getting with Man United. But as I said, Jose Mourinho had given him criticism last season. We know he made his England international debut in 2014. And Man United had purchased him for £29 million from Southampton in 2014. So this is his 4th season of the process, nearly made a century appearances now, Luke Shaw. And he's just frustrated, isn't he? And what was I going to say now? And currently, I think he comes to an end of his contract in 2019 as well, Luke Shaw. But we've had different players playing at left back position, so it did say Man United are willing to let him go out on loan. He risen up the ranks with Southampton fantastically well as well, Luke Shaw. But he used to work with Pochettino, didn't he, Luke Shaw? So Luke Shaw could be keen on reuniting with Pochettino, possibly. But it says Man United are willing to let him go out on loan in January. We don't know where his long-term future lies ahead, Luke Shaw. But yeah, we will see what happens. But possibly at that left-back position, we could still get Danny Rose at left-back, we could get Danny Rose to replace Luke Shaw. As I said, Danny Rose, I do really like him. He'd been injured for quite a long time as well, Danny Rose, but he did say, didn't he? He made it clear, Danny Rose, he was willing to turn Chelsea down, and he was actually willing to make a move to Manchester United, was Danny Rose, and Danny Rose had made this clear in the process. He's willing to make a move to Manchester United over Chelsea. He's been at Tottenham a decade now. He's under contract with Tottenham until 2021 as well. He's Danny Rose. He's under contract with Tottenham 2021. We know he began his 2021. He began his career with Leeds United as well. And during that 10-year period, Danny Rose had been at quite a few teams on loan. We know during the August window he gave an interview out, as I've reminded you, quite a lot of times. He wasn't satisfied with the wages he was receiving. He criticised Tottenham's, criticised the club basically, criticised Tottenham, and he wasn't He basically clarified he wasn't satisfied with Tottenham's lack of investment in the window as well, was Danny Rose. So he did say he could be willing to make a move to Man United. So could Danny Rose possibly still make a move to Man United? And it also reported in the press the other day that it was about Kieran Tierney, who's a good left back, Moussa Dembele, who's a Celtic striker as well. It did say Tottenham had been interested in Kieran Tierney. reportedly they'd been scouting the player at that left back position. Maybe, Tottenham has seen him as a replacement for Danny Rose, because I said Danny Rose's future's uncertain. It also said Man United had also been interested in Kieran Turner as well from Celtic. But it also said Man United had been interested in both the duos, Kieran Turner and Moussa Dembele. But maybe Celtic may not be prepared to offload both the players. And you may be hard to do business because Celtic may be reluctant and resisted to offload the players in the current process. But as I said, Kieran Turner, very, very good. He made his international debut in 2016. He's made 8 senior appearances for Scotland. He's just recently signed. He's just recently signed a 6-year deal as well with Celtic as a Kieran Turner. He reasonably used the system very, very well. He's been in first team quite a few years now as a Kieran Turner. He signed for the club when he was just 7 years of age. He made his competitive debut in April 2015. 2015-16, played in over 30 games. He had a breakout season. During October 2016, he suffered an injury, for a couple of months as well. But he's also captained Celtic as well as Kieran Turner. But reportedly, he's a very, very good, bright prospect, and quite a few teams have been interested in both the players, Kieran Turner and Moussa Dembele. There's been a lot of teams that have been interested in him. And it did say both players could cost up to £50 million, but I just don't see Celtic selling them. And you've got Moussa Dembele as well, and it did say Man United had reportedly been interested in Moussa Dembele as well. I do like Moussa Dembele, because he's a Premier League. He's also Premier League experienced. He's Moussa Dembele. I do really, really like Moussa Dembele because he's Premier League experienced. He's at Celtic now. I think this is his second. Is it? Yes, I think this is his second season of process with Celtic. We know he's under contract with Celtic till 2020. We also know that he's under contract with Celtic till 2020. We also know that, what was I going to say? He scored 32 goals in his first season with Celtic as well in all competitions. We also know he won the domestic treble with Celtic last season. We also know he's got back-to-back hat-tricks in February 2017. We also know that in his first derby against Rangers, he scored a hat-trick for Celtic as well. But very, very good player indeed. But as I said, he's under contract with Celtic 2020. We know his Premier League experience because he started with Paris Saint-Germain, didn't he, for years. And then he went to Fulham. I think he joined Fulham in 2012 at just the age of 16, 17. He become a regular for the under-18s team. In his first season, won the Premier Academy League as well. He did absolutely fantastic. And then he made his senior debut for Fulham in 2013. Was there a good few years and scored 19 goals in 64 competitive matches, did Moussa Dembele as well in the current process. But there's been quite a few teams interested in him as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the process. That was reported in the press the other day. I'm just going to give you a bit of an update on what I saw. But also, to update you on, as he updated you earlier on, reportedly that he did say about Antoine Griezmann as well in the current process. It did say about Antoine Griezmann. Reports stemming from Spain that he has reportedly told Barcelona that he will join Barcelona as Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann, as I said, we was heavily linked with him, during the August window, Antoine Griezmann, but we didn't get a deal over the line due to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban as well. We didn't get a deal over the line for Griezmann, but reports stemming from Spain that is reported told Barcelona would join up with Barcelona. Reportedly, Barcelona are reportedly seeing him as a replacement maybe for Luis Suarez in future, Griezmann, and he does have a release clause of 100 billion, but I did say it does reduce to £89 million next summer, does Griezmann's release clause. But we know it was Man United's main target. We know he estimated 6 out of 10 that he was coming to Old Trafford, Griezmann. But due to the transfer ban, we didn't get a deal over the line. 28 goals last season. He signed a new deal back in June with Atletico Madrid, I think, until 2022 as well. But we know Atletico Madrid have got Diego Costa as well. That was confirmed quite a long time ago, and now it's confirmed. Diego Costa has gone back to Atletico Madrid, so he returned back to his old club. But as I said, we need someone like Griezmann in our team because he's still improvements, as I said, needed definitely in the Manchester United team. He's a fantastic number 7. As I said, we haven't had a good number 7 for a long time because we've got it vacant. From a commercial point of view, would want to keep number 7 vacant, as I said. But as I said, Man United may still go for Griezmann next summer, but he's reportedly told Barcelona he will join Barcelona. Griezmann, as I said, reasonably thanks to Sociedad. He had across 5 seasons, he had 5 fantastic seasons there. You know, he won the title with them. He was up the ranks with them, won the title with them, scored 52 goals in just over 2 century appearances for Real Sociedad as well. But also, you know, was very, very good in Euro 2016, player of the tournament and top scorer, the Euros. You know, as part of the squad who won the 2010 UEFA European Under-19 Championship as well, Under-19 Championship as well, and made his senior debut for France in 2014 as well. Antoine Griezmann, but his finishing's good. He's an efficient finisher. He's hard-working's good. He's distinctive in his play. But yeah, but what recently I've heard, guys, he's told Barcelona he will join Barcelona. So looks like we could miss out on him to Barcelona as well. So also that's on Barcelona's radar. So we'll see. But also to give you a bit of an update, what else am I going to update you on today? But to also give you an update on as well, I think that Jose Mourinho is still actually interested in Cesc Fabregas as well. That Jose Mourinho is still interested in Cesc Fabregas as well. He used the Chelsea class reportedly to approach Cesc Fabregas. I think Chelsea are in the process of securing him a new deal at Stamford Bridge. I think he has the option, does Cesc Fabregas, to sign another 2-year extension with Chelsea Football Club. But Cesc Fabregas is his 4th season now in the process with Chelsea, as we all know. He's a very, very good player indeed. You know, he had 8 fantastic years with Arsenal. You know, he's very, very good with Barcelona as well. But Jose Mourinho, as I said, you know, still looking to address that midfield. As I said, Fellaini hasn't agreed a new deal yet. You know, Fellaini hasn't agreed a new deal yet. You know, Herrera's struggling a bit. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But Fabregas, very, very good, creative, agile midfield. As I said, a very, very good playmaker indeed. Is Cesc Fabregas. But as I said, you know, he began his career, you know, with Barcelona. He risen up the youth with Barcelona. Then joined Arsenal in 2003. You know, I had 8 good years at Arsenal. You know, he won honours with Arsenal, such as the Premier League, FA Cup, and stuff like that. And then, you know, he joined Barcelona in 2000. He won the FA Cup with Arsenal, joined Barcelona in 2011. Had 3 fantastic years with Barcelona, didn't he? You know, he was playing alongside Iniesta and Xavi. He was very, very good indeed. Won honours with Barcelona. He won European Championship in 2008 and 2012. Also won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2010 as well, Fabregas. But he had 3 fantastic years with Barcelona. Since he's been at Chelsea, he's made a big impact, you know. He's won the Premier League with them. You know, he's won the League Cup as well with them as Jose Mourinho, as Fabregas with Chelsea. And Jose Mourinho used to work with Fabregas. Jose Mourinho is possibly keen on reuniting with Cesc Fabregas as well in the current process. But yeah, we will see what happens about that in the current process. But yeah, as I did say in the main part of this video, there's been a lot of rumours going on about Jose Mourinho in the last couple of days. A lot of rumours have been going on about Jose Mourinho. He's reportedly been approached by Paris Saint-Germain, as I said. And he did say the board have basically insisted, and they have notified Mourinho that he has to sell before he can buy in January. And this is basically what has been mentioned in the press. And it's also he's being approached by Paris Saint-Germain. Could be just rumours about this situation, but we heard the rumours about him being linked to Paris Saint-Germain about a month or so ago now. But for me, I think he'll stay at Manchester United. I just think it's rumours that are going around in the current process as well. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do consider subscribe as always to my channel, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.